Most of us are familiar with the obvious signs that a woman is attracted to a man. Things like sustained eye contact, spontaneous physical touch, giving direct compliments. These are all easy ways to tell if a woman is attracted. But in the early stages of attraction, it's not always going to be that obvious when a woman is attracted. So in this video, I'll be discussing several subtle signs you can look out for to tell if a woman is interested in you. And in case this is your first time to my channel, my name is KJ Harlow and I help single men make meaningful connections with high quality women. Everything I discuss on this channel is backed by science, research, and over a decade of my own experience in dating and coaching. I'm excited to be bringing things to YouTube, and if you have any questions after this video, drop a comment below so we can talk about it. Okay, so women have a natural safety bubble around people that they are not comfortable with. As a woman becomes attracted, the defenses come down and she'll naturally move closer to you. We call this closing the negative space. It's a subtle but strong sign of attraction. It isn't always a conscious act either. It's just something that people naturally do when there's attraction. They gravitate closer. And to the contrary, when a woman isn't attracted or if she feels uncomfortable, she'll create more negative space. Now, as men being the more physically dominant species, if we want to make women feel comfortable, we have to match their body placement. For example, if a woman moves closer to you, you can also move in to signal to her that you're attracted. If you notice a woman is creating more negative space by taking a step back, then you can take an additional step back that shows that you are not a threat. This is a silent way to signal that you are picking up on her nonverbal cues. Another subtle way women display attraction is through implied future connection. This is when a woman implies, usually through a playful remark, that you two will be seeing each other again. For example, if you're sharing each other's interests and it comes up that you both like playing pool, you could say something challenging like, "Oh, you don't want to play me in pool. That won't be fun for you." And she could respond by saying something like, "Oh yeah, we'll see about that," which implies that at some point in the future, you two are going to play pool together. It's very subtle, but it sends a clear signal of attraction. And pro tip, men can also use implied future connection to display interest and attraction. I have a full guide on how to do this linked in the description below, but for those of you who are new to this attraction stuff, this is kind of how you flirt with women. If you challenge a woman about who's the better pool player, that's playful teasing. If she responds with implied future connection, then now you're both flirting back and forth. That's what we call banter. And really quick, if you guys are finding value in this content, please like the video and subscribe for more men's dating advice. Okay, so this next one is super subtle, but also a clear indicator of attraction, and that's when women avoid talking about other men in front of you. When women are attracted, they're not going to mention ex-boyfriends or other guys they find attractive. So if a woman is talking about other men in front of you or discussing other men directly with you, especially within the context of men she likes or she's attracted to, then chances are she is not interested in you. Period. End of story. No, she's not trying to make you jealous. I promise she's trying to signal to you that you are just a friend. Trust me on this one. Now, in the initial stages of flirting, people have a natural way of keeping conversations positive and lighthearted. They're not going to vent about work and family when they're trying to flirt. So if a woman is keeping the conversation lighthearted and playful, that's a sign that she might be interested. However, if you notice a woman is venting to you about life problems, especially if she's openly displaying negative emotions, well then that's a good sign that she sees you as more of a friend. And this is something to keep in mind for all interactions with women. Each conversation you have with a woman that doesn't include at least entry-level flirting is moving you further and further into the friend zone. If you keep things polite and surface level, then you can remain neutral. But if you get to know a woman and she gets comfortable talking to you, but there's an absence of flirting and banter, well, that means you're in a nosedive straight towards the friend zone. Now, as far as lighthearted conversations go, obviously, when you get to know someone in a romantic relationship, it's normal to talk about life stuff, but a woman should not be venting to you about her problems before a romantic connection has been established. And pro tip, you can steer the conversations away from these subjects if you want to develop attraction and avoid the friend zone. If a negative subject comes up in conversation, be intentional about moving the conversation off of that topic. And if you're not sure how to start flirting, you can check out my beginner's guide linked in the description below. Another subtle sign a woman is attracted is if she is using suggestive language, and it might come in the form of teasing. So she'll say something like, "You're going to get me in trouble," or "I should stay away from you," or "I bet all the ladies like you." Remarks like these are a woman's way of hinting towards attraction, and it might even be more direct. Sometimes she might say something like, "You're making it hard to concentrate," or "I bet you know how to have a good time." These are all strong signals that a woman finds you attractive. Now, the final sign is one that might seem obvious, but it can actually be tricky, and that's if the conversation topics between you and a woman are sexually charged. Now, the reason this is tricky is because a woman could also feel comfortable talking about sex in front of a man that she's put in the friend zone. So simply talking about sex itself is not a guarantee of attraction. But if you are noticing other signs of attraction in tandem with sexually charged conversation topics, then you're in a good spot. And this is especially true if it's you that's talking about sexual subject matter, if you're the one, because women almost never want to hear a man talk about sex or his sex life unless they're attracted to him. And fellas, if you are feeling totally lost with all of this dating and attraction stuff, subscribe to my channel for a bunch of free advice. And if you're serious about making a real change and fast, then check out my Dating Fundamentals course. It's linked in the description below. My name is KJ Harlow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.